One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. It's BV. It's BV. BV. It's BV.
Yeah.
It's BV. It's BV.
BV.
It's BV.
BV.
It's BV.
It's BV and Jellified, Jimmy Beam and Bly. Reaching high as where we reach, yo, as high as to the stars. Beats in the villain Jeep, vibrating other cars. Whose world is this? Yo, we say the world is ours. So we grow beards, no fear. Photos so clear, take another shot, so to speak. Yeah, more beer. BV worldwide, put a fist to the sky. Cheers, cheers, New Year's, dope rhyme, good vibes. My crew speaks power, Chi-Town bleeds power. Knowledge, wisdom, and truth in the final hour. Respect, loyalty, family, charity speaks power. EVANSVILLE's brotherhood speaks honor. Forwards and onwards, stay villain to the end. I will never shave again because my beard is not a trend. I represent excellence, leadership, and never follow. I'm a BBC member, yo, Lieutenant of Chicago.
One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. It's BV. It's BV. BV. It's BV. It's BV. It's BV. It's BV. It's BV. Yo,
Hello, and welcome to episode 51 of The Heart of a Villain. Guys, this is live and we are loud. This is the live stream for the podcast, The Heart of a Villain, coming to you live from Evansville, Indiana tonight. We are here at Chaser's Bar and Grill, and boy, it is a loud place. I knew it was a bar. I knew it was going to be loud here tonight, guys. And this is not going to look super cool tonight here. I'm telling you, it's a little bit odd, but I wanted to do at least one on-location live stream. I wanted to have some fun with this and just hang out with some bros and come to you from on location to say hi. Hopefully this isn't going to be super crazy loud so that you can at least hear me. I've got different mics set up. I've got things going on here. We're coming to you live from the bar. This entire podcast is going to be off the cuff. I have no idea where it's going to go. I've got one person scheduled for an interview, a guy I've been wanting to talk to for a while. Hopefully one of the judges is going to show up here before too long that I can interview as well. We got guys walking around here all over the place. I have no idea who's going to show up. They're all over the place, guys. This is going to be fun. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who is tuning in on a Friday night or Saturday morning over in the UK. So guys, as always, I appreciate you guys for being here. Rob, where would I be without Rob? Rob is here every single day without fault. AA Ron is in the house. Trey 1492 is in the house. Jay is in the house. Wherever Jay is, I assume Charisse is not far behind. Hillbilly's here. How you guys doing? Scrolling through. Ken's in the house. Make sure I don't forget anybody that's here right now. Scrolling through. Looks like outside the 86 is in the house too. Guys, hopefully give me a thumbs up if this is not too loud for you. Give me a thumbs up if it's not too loud. Stand by just one. You're okay if you need to go somewhere. We'll talk about 5 minutes? Yeah. So, guys, I'm excited. This is fun. I can hear all the noise in the background for sure, myself. I can hear all of it. I know you guys can hear some of it too. Most of my gear is here. It's set up, and I'm trying to determine how much of it I need to turn down. I did not have a dry run on this. There was no dress rehearsal. So hopefully things are not going to go completely off the cuff or out of hand here while we're here. First of all, guys, you know what? I don't even think it would do me any good. Normally, when I tell a story or when I talk about something, I'll bring in some extra music or something. But no, I can't do that tonight because I don't think that I don't think you'd even hear it tonight over the top of everything else that's going on. But first of all, guys, I want to say thank you so much for all of you guys that tuned in and checked out and picked up one of those charity patches over the course of this past weekend. It was a effort that I'm telling you, it was a gargantuan effort, but it was one that paid off big time. When those patches went live at noon Central Time, and by 12:30, all 100 sets were spoken for. They were all sold out, and I could not have been more appreciative. That's good money that's going to be going to help out people who desperately need it to help prevent suicide awareness, suicide prevention, both here in the States and in the UK. So I cannot say thank you enough, guys, for that. It means a ton. Crazy times. Rob says one of these days he's going to have to do an interview. Turbo be button. Maybe. You never know, buddy. Never know. So, guys, usually I have a plan of attack, right? I thought I was going to have 2 or 3 people lined up for interviews here. I have some of my switcher gear here. I've got another camera there, right there. You can see it's awaiting a individual. One of the guys I'm going to be talking to tonight is Tommy Lee. He's actually here in the States, but he's from Bearded Villains, Brazil, and really good guy. And so many people have seen him here. He's kind of stuck here right now because of COVID, but he's been floating around and going to a lot of different things. He's been able to meet a bunch of brothers here in the States because of this that he normally would not have been able to do. So it's really cool to see that he's, finding a way to make the best of it. But he is a member of Bearded Villains Brazil, and I'm going to talk to him in just a few minutes, get the normal lowdown on how things are for him, both here at home, find out his story. He has a very unique story because, as you'll find out, as far as what he's been doing, as far as his BV journey goes, it's a self-made journey, and so he's got a really great story to tell. I want to BP using the Force tonight. Is that what this is? Am I doing that with this here? I don't know. I hate to say that. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm trying to make sure that everything's. I have this thing going on right now, guys, where I have my hands like this, and we've got people walking if you could see all the people that are here in front right now, walking past the table here. I'm just constantly afraid. I've got all the cords set aside so nobody's going to trip over anything because they're all behind me. But I can tell you, it's an interesting thing because if anybody bumped hard into the tables, it could be an interesting night. So, but yeah. So I thank you guys so much again. I did want to acknowledge, I will be telling you guys in the near future, both here on the podcast, on the Mid-Morning Super Awesome Livestream Facebook show, and then also on any IG Live for No Good Reason things that I do. One of our brothers is doing something coming up to raise money for kids. It's kind of hard to explain it without me having actually a list in front of me, but exactly what it is. But they're raising money for kids around Christmas time, involving Santa Claus and different things like that. So there is a link that's going to be available for people to donate for kids that don't have any kind of Christmas, and that's going to be a really good thing. So my interview guest is here, and I'm going to bring him in just a second here. It's T. Lee from Bearded Villains of Brazil. We're going to pop him in here. There he is. Look at this guy. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Awesome. Buddy, I am so happy to finally shake your hand, give you a hug. I know we've been talking for some time, but man, tell me a little bit about, I know when we've been talking, you said that you have a very unique BV journey story, self-made. So can you tell everybody, how did you find the Bearded Villains, and where did it take you?
I didn't find the Bearded Villains. They actually found me. So I was on Instagram, and I used to do a bunch of posts, and then the Saints reached out to me, the Saints in New England, and they were talking to me a little bit, and I said, well, I'll give it a whirl, see where it was going, and those guys are great too, and I want to give them a big shout out, Saints salute. But I was with them for about almost 2 years, and we did a lot of great stuff together. I made a lot of great friends, and And then around 2019, around July, I had already been pretty tight with the guys over in Brazil. I was down there for a little bit of time, and I've spent a lot of time with those guys, and I was already an honorary member with them, and they offered me a full membership when I went down. And they do a lot of great charity down there, and there's a lot of people who really need help. It's a lot different there than it is here in the United States. So that allowed me to flex my muscles a little bit more on the charity end of things, because I love it. It's what I do. And we do a lot of great things, and they're probably feeding anywhere between 100 and 300 families a month down there. So they really put it down, and because they're so widespread, they're in different locations doing it. There's some guys down in Rio de Janeiro, or what you'll call Rio de Janeiro, over in the Curitiba area, up near Goiás, all those areas, and down in Florianopolis off the coast on the island over there. So they're all over the place, and we're all over the place. We have a brother in Portugal, New York City, Las Vegas, and obviously me in Connecticut. So, I love to travel, and BV actually did that for me. So I was a little hesitant in the beginning, and my first meet was LSV in 2018. And let me tell you, when I went to that meet, I stayed with all the West Texas guys. They gave me an honorary member to them.
There you go.
We had an amazing time. I met so many great people, and that's my most important meet that I always go to is LSV. I love those guys down there. All the chapters, everybody. And then from there, I just started traveling around, meeting new people. I've been to Buenos Aires last year. Went to Buenos Aires twice. I was in Brazil for a while, Bogota, Colombia, hung out with Camilo. Giuliano actually spent about 8 weeks. Giuliano was he was at my house for about close to 2 months. Camilo was at my house. The previous captain of Bogota, Colombia was at my house for a couple months too. So, I've been making my way all around. And when COVID hit, it opened the door to start going to some different meets like this one here in Indiana. But I've been all over the place, and I'm about to crack into Europe as soon as I can. But I love BV. I mean, it's a blessing for me because it allowed me to meet a lot of amazing people that do a lot of amazing things. I collaborate with other chapters all the time, and I feel like it's actually rewarding to be around everybody that's in this room right now, because I have great relationships all over the place. And you know what? I fly everywhere, and I never seem to have to pay for a hotel room.
That's the way it is. Yeah.
But really, it's all about giving back for me, and this has been a great platform for me. And I look forward to. I've been in since 2017, and I look forward to the future with everybody. And I'm meeting more and more people all the time. And as soon as the COVID thing is over with, I'll be heading to Europe. So
that's so cool.
I'm gonna hit a lot of countries.
I'm so jealous of your ability to be able to travel like that. It's I'm stuck here in the States. The furthest thing from the States I've ever done is Puerto Rico, which is
was amazing too. I was there too.
Yeah.
I was at the World Meet there.
Yeah, but tell me a little bit about. I know your brothers down in Brazil are doing some really good things, feeding children. But how does that happen? How do they raise the money, and how do they get the money to the kids?
A lot of things. I mean, a lot of them take out of pocket. I'll take out of pocket. We also have a burger named after our logo, the gorilla, Marika. We have our own burger in a restaurant, and all that money that for every burger they sell actually goes to a cancer facility for a hospital. They need a simple piece of equipment that costs about somewhere around 60 or 70,000 US, but up here it would be over $500,000. And that machine that they need, like a few of the people that they know down there actually passed away from things that were really treatable. So they're working on that. We sell books. They're outstanding. And the brothers there the love is it's so real. I love them.
Yeah, and it's not, and what I want people to understand is it's not exclusive to Brazil specifically, but South America. Those guys all over, the distances that you guys down there have to travel to go somewhere it just floors me. I mean, we here in the States, and I've said this before, here in the States, we talk about, oh no, I got to travel a couple hours to go to something, but that's like driving across the street for you guys down there.
And let me tell you something that was that they said to me in Buenos Aires. I was talking to Gonzalo. He said, we don't have much, but whatever we can give you, we will. Let me tell you something. They make you feel like $1 million. They roll out a red carpet for you when you go down there, and their meats are crazy. I mean, they are off the hook. You go down there, everybody's looking out for you, whatever you need transportation, you need to get somewhere, you want to go sightseeing. And I go to a lot of BV meets, but I also do a lot of tourist stuff. So I kind of move away sometimes get a few days in for myself. So, but yeah, it's just so lit up down there. And I went down there and, what's his name? The Real Basel was down there, and there's just a lot of different people. I met Mike from LA down there. It's just so wild, and they jump around and dance and chant, and everybody. It's just, you better believe you're gonna get hugged by about 150 guys when you go down there, and it's 107. When we were down there, it was like 107 degrees. It was unbelievable.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, the South American meets are crazy. The Latin American meet is one I really want to go to for that reason. I mean, because I've seen the pictures, I've seen the videos of how cool that stuff is, man. And but it just floors me because we don't. What can we do here in the States to help support our brothers in Brazil in more of a fashion than we're doing right now?
Well, I mean, obviously it's not like we could send them clothing and things like that because of the cost of shipping. But I mean, I guess I can say I'm working on a charity patch for them right now, and that's going to allow them to do a lot. Because remember something, a couple $1,000s from us is a lot of money. So if the hay ice is 6-1, you're looking at $12,000, and that's a lot of money for them. So the average brother down there makes probably, and I'm just speaking, we have a couple guys we have a world-renowned architect who's in Architecture's Digest 15 times over.
Wow.
Yep, that's Marco Bertoli. I stayed at his house. His house is...
It's a museum.
His house is made of solid glass. It's 4 stories, and there's no stairs. So it was unbelievable staying, and they got these giant walls that open up, and they had horse legs coming out of but most of the brothers down there, they work really hard, and they have to raise a wife, 2-3 kids on $500 US a month. That's why I call them I call them batteries, and the reason I say that is they are in a position where they can only do enough to get by. They're happy though. They're the richest people you're ever going to meet, even if they don't have anything. And they really do. They do a lot. They take every little bit that they have and they put it right back into you. And the wives of all the brothers down there, they treated me like gold. What do you need, Tom? What do you want? What can we do for you? Anything I want when I go down there, they take care of for me. So it's just, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. There's so much I can say right now, but it would take me a month, But I do what I can for them too as well. I'm very close. We don't use a lot of line apps and stuff like we do up here. We use WhatsApp. So, but we do some Zoom meetings occasionally. I haven't had a lot of time lately for both line or that because I'm so busy after COVID kind of, it killed my business a little bit. So I've been working a little bit of overtime these days to kind of get back on track. But as soon as the doors open down there, you should consider definitely doing the Latin meet. It is like nothing you will ever experience, and I promise you they will make sure that single moment that you're there, they will cater to whatever you need, and they'll be there for you. The love is real down there. I am telling you, all the Latin chapters, Peru, Chile, Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, Venezuela, the Goiás chapter, the Sao Paulo chapter, our chapter, which is Verde Villains Brazil. We're all over the country. And I think there was a couple guys from Uruguay there too, but they don't have it. Technically, they don't have a chapter down there, so you're going to meet a lot of interesting people. And the actual the event that they do when they do the Beard Comp, they put us on stage, and you know how we have these Beard Comps, there's a couple hundred people? Well, when you get up on stage there, you're gonna see about 3,000 people in front of you. It is if you look at my Instagram and you scroll back to, there's a picture of me in my back when I was walking out, because I represented Brazil. I always do when I go there. And if you look at the audience, it's gigantic, but it's the biggest tattoo convention in South America, so they generally have about 50,000 people come through a day. So we use the stage, there's all kinds of rock bands, and those guys down there, they rock. It's all metal down there. They're all about heavy metal.
Love it. So they incorporate the Latin American meet into that event?
Oh yeah, that's what it's been, but unfortunately I think that event is leaving Argentina and going to, I'm not sure, I think it might be going to Brazil this year, the next year, excuse me. So I don't know what the venue will be like this year, but I'll tell you, that was amazing. They have all kinds of classic car shows going on. They've got, there's tons of tattoo artists, tons of merchandise, tons of booze. And that's something I have to give it to those guys. I have to give it to the guys down there, because when you go there, they have two things you're gonna drink: beer and Fernet. And guess what? You don't have to pay for any of it. It's all there. They had keg stands everywhere. It was pretty amazing. So. What
is Fernet? I'm unfamiliar.
I honestly don't know. It's almost like a liquor. I don't really like it too much, but I still drink it when I go there, and it really it's pretty good.
It lights you up.
It lights you up, exactly.
That's so cool. Oh man, BV is such a small world, because we have brothers all over the place. We meet them and we act like we see them. It's the first time we've met them, but yet they're our brother, and we treat them like we've known them for the rest of our life.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I love about just the ability to possibly travel to an area where I'm completely unfamiliar. I don't speak the language down there, so that's my only concern, is that going to a country where English is like 6th or 7th down the line of what they speak. I don't know.
In Brazil, there is if you go to Brazil and you're waiting to speak to they'll probably speak it in the hotels. They'll speak it. No, they don't. You better get a translator out or something, but I'm getting better and better all the time. And I just want to give my family down there a shout out, tell them, they're amazing guys. But when you go to those countries, you don't expect to hear English speaking, because they don't. You go to Puerto Rico, everybody speaks English. You go to Mexico, a lot more people speak English. But South America is not like that, not at all.
Yeah, no, I've heard that. So, and that's been my concern, is if I go, I have to go with somebody that I know I'm going to be with the entire time, that speaks fluent, that's a good translation from either Portuguese, because isn't Portuguese pretty big down there as well as Spanish?
Sim it is. No, Portuguese is all. Sim is yes in Portuguese. Sim. So, they're the only country in Latin America they speak Portuguese, and every other country speaks Spanish. And then there's a little country, French Guyana, and they speak strictly French. So, but the rest of them, everybody else is Spanish and
the French.
Right. But Brazil is like 2/3 of the continent. It's huge. It's gigantic. So if you want to go from Marco's house in Curitiba to see Giuliano, that's going to be a 3-hour plane flight.
Yeah.
But they're packed up. Each area is packed with guys, so we're loaded down there. There's a lot of members, there's a lot of hopefuls, things like that. The love is real, though, man. Those guys.
So cool, man. So cool. Absolutely. Well, man, I appreciate you taking some time out. This is a fun night. And I know I kind of sprung it on you last minute, especially. I know, but I
love it. BV is my life, so I do everything. I'm all about BV. I'm BV all day, every day. And that's just the way. That's just the way it is.
You absolutely are. You're one of the most genuine and I mean, just free giving. You wouldn't ever say it, but I've seen it. And not even knowing you yet in person, and seeing the comments that come through, and the way that people react to you in chat, the way that people react to you when they see you.
It's embarrassing.
I understand you would say that, but at the same time, it's that giving heart, and I think it's such a cool thing. I think you're a great example for other brothers that are coming into the fold, to be able to see what it's like. And you donate and give all the time.
Yeah. And, you know, I have the ability to. I own my own business, so I've done, you know, well over the years. Things have changed a lot since COVID for me. But, you know, I still do whatever I can to help out. And there's a lot of things going on that I have going on that I will never talk about with other BV chapters and people in BV, because there's just, you know, certain things you just don't. But I love helping anybody that I can possibly do it, you know, do anything for. So
Yeah, I love seeing it, man. It's so cool. But Tam, I want you to please keep in touch with me for sure, as far as not just the one-on-one stuff, the bro stuff, but I want to hear about, because I would love to do what I can to help promote anything that's going on down there in Brazil or wherever else. If they do any kind of fundraisers, things like that, where we can put a link out there to the world and say, hey, you know, obviously, because I think there's a lot of truth in that, the idea that, you know, $100 here versus $100 there is a huge difference.
Gigantic.
So if somebody's saying, well, I can't donate much, I can only give $10. Well, you know what? If 10 people give $10.
And I'm glad you bring that point up, because I want to talk about this. People say to me, and it's kind of, they're like, oh my God, you gave so much money to this. And I tell them, listen, I give what I can. But if you really know, if you talk about charity in general, like I'm an Elk too, so I do a lot of stuff with the Elks Club. But you got to remember, that's only about 2 to 3% of what really comes in from charity. I tell people, if it's $5, $10, it's an enormous help. When you add all that together, it becomes a large amount of money that can do a lot for others. And we have a lot of people in need, not just there, but everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? So I salute and, you know, represent everybody, and I only do one thing at a time. Because when I'm doing an event or I'm working with a chapter to do something for them, I do one thing and I do it well. Don't try and spread yourself out to try and do 100 things at once, because then you fail at it. You know what I mean? You can't give as much, you know? Not that you're failing, but it just, you can't do as much. But when you focus on one thing, do it well, and then move on to the next thing, the impact will be much, much greater that way. That's just the way it is.
I can't think of a better way to end the interview, man. I think those words are perfect.
Yeah.
Those, man, perfectly said. Perfectly said. Brother, I appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Have a great rest of your night. Have a great
Thank you so much.
rest of the weekend, and I know we're gonna have a good time here.
All right, and a little Portuguese lesson. We're gonna say much love and respect, brothers.
Okay.
Go ahead. I told you how to say it earlier.
I don't remember that now.
So we're just gonna say much love and respect, brothers. BV, muito amor, respeto e amor. And everybody have a great night. We're going to have a rockin' night, and can't wait to be back on your podcast again. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy.
All right.
Take care. I'll see you later.
Right. See you later. Thanks, brother.
All right, guys. Switching back over to camera one here. Wow. So my other guest that I was going to bring on here has not shown up yet, so I'm completely off the cuff right now, and I have no idea where we're going to be. I'm going to check some comments here, check in with some people, and see how things go on. My back, unfortunately, was to the camera, so I was not watching during the time I was interviewing him. But obviously, you guys had some great comments in here. I love this. I love to see all these comments coming through. Yeah, Tommy's in the house. That was Tommy. Let's see, looking through here. I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys sticking through this, because you know, you guys have been incredibly patient here. This is just noise in the background. I have no idea how that interview sounded. I was trying to mute my microphone while he was talking, in hopes that I would try and take out a little bit of that background noise. Okay. So it looks like you guys were talking about motorcycles. Yeah, we were talking about motorcycles in here. Okay. Hey, that's okay, guys. That's okay. That's what this chat's for, man. That's what this whole thing is all about. It's just doing the chit-chat thing and being able to just hang out and talk to your brothers, man. And do it in an informal setting. It doesn't matter if it's part of the live stream. It doesn't matter if it's part of the, you know, it doesn't matter if it's part of what we're doing here, the interviews that we're doing here. But yeah, guys, I'm just super excited about this. This is just a fun night. this environment here, being able to get back with brothers, hang out with brothers and see how they're doing, give everybody a handshake, give them a high five, give them a hug, whatever it comes down to. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just stoked, man. So I'm looking around and I'm wondering if I can impromptu surprise anybody here with a interview. I could pull over. I think I'm going to do something here in just a second. I'm going to pull over somebody who has no idea that I'm going to be pulling him into the to the live stream here, and we'll see what happens if he'll listen to me. I'm going to mute my microphone for a second while I yell at him. I'm gonna bring Jeremiah Duncan in for a minute here.
Wipe off my mouth. I was eating nachos.
He was eating nachos. Jeremiah had no idea that I was going to be bringing him into this.
I'll try not to get a queso on your headphones.
I appreciate that. So Jeremiah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to switch the camera so everybody can see you. There he is. Look at that.
What's up?
Look at that fine specimen. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Are you?
Did I get the queso out of my mouth?
You got it all out, buddy. Now we just got to make sure. I'm going to look over your shoulder and make sure nobody takes the rest of your food.
So that's all right. I got the all you can eat, so they can eat it and then I'll eat more. So we're good.
There you go. There you go. How you been, buddy? It's been a bit.
Good. Been very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things going okay in Kentucky?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Governor Andy has shut us down.
Oh no.
So we basically can't do anything right now still.
Strange.
Due to COVID. Yeah.
Strange that you're shut down and we're stage 5 and we're.
And I don't even have a mask on. This was like the greatest thing.
Isn't it?
I know.
It's weird. It's weird.
I still have to wear a mask every day at a factory, so it's hot in there, can't breathe. I have to wear a face shield too, so it's bad.
For those of you unfamiliar, Jeremiah is with Bearded Villains Kentucky. He is also the man, the myth, the legend, the one that is responsible for printing all of my shirts, all of the merch that you guys get. He's the one that does it and does it so well. I hope by giving him this little, this little advertisement, he'll get me another set of shirts really, really fast. I don't know how backlogged he is right now. How backed up are you?
I've actually got quite a few orders coming up. I'm working on some Virginia anniversary tees.
Okay.
I think I've got
Don't
some
spill the
other
beans
ones.
on anything that's supposed to be secret.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think they know that they had an anniversary. I'm just saying.
They may know. I didn't know if it was something that where people didn't want to, talk about their shirts.
We'll edit this later. It'll be okay.
There we go. I got an edit button over here. We'll do that. We'll do
Bleep
that.
me out.
So this is just a completely off the cuff thing. If there are people that have reached out to me about getting shirts, I don't want them to think I'm just making up a time frame.
Yes.
So if
he is
by
late
the end of this
shipping you
weekend,
stuff, it is my fault.
No.
I will take the blame for it.
he's just busy.
Yes.
And I like your quality of work, so I don't want to go anywhere else.
Well, I appreciate that.
So if I present you with an order on Monday, we're still looking at how many weeks out?
2 weeks.
That's it.
2 to 3 weeks tops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So 2 to 3 weeks. Get your orders in because I'm going to be placing my next order with his shirts this Monday.
Look sexy in your Heart of a Villain tee.
Ooh, I wish I could have a close up on that. And
Look sexy.
there you go.
I got to get the deep. You got the deep voice down. I don't have that.
I don't know if my voice is any deeper than yours.
I only went halfway through puberty. So
Was it the left side or the right side?
one is lower. Yes.
Okay.
Is this thing on? Okay.
This thing is on.
We'll edit that later.
Tap, tap, tap. Oh, I might just leave that one in. That's just fun. That's fun. All right. Well, I just wanted to pull you in, man,
Yeah.
and say hi. Say hi
You
to the
know
people
what?
in the world.
How have you been? That's what the world wants to know. This is your show. How have you been?
I've been great, man. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. It's a huge setup, and it's all for naught. It's just a few minutes at a time.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to pack it all up when I'm done, and then I can finally enjoy myself.
I wish everybody could see the spread that you have here. He looks like he's been set up for a rave.
Here we go. I'll use your camera here.
Do it. Show him. Show him the setup. I don't think everybody realizes how much stuff you have to make this show happen.
Well, they've seen
That is why he needs your support in buying shirts and patches, because he literally has What is this, a light bright that you're working out of here?
Not a light bright. It's a Roadcaster Pro.
Yes, it is amazing the stuff he brought to set up on the fly like that.
Man, I love it, man. It's just, this is...
And you're good at it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'm having so much fun with this because I know there's some things that I want to try and get accomplished this week while I'm here this weekend, and some other interviews and different things like that. So don't be surprised if I hit you up
I'm here.
for something
I'll
else.
be here all weekend.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much for stopping by.
appreciate
Get
you,
some food,
brother.
man. All right, see you. Jeremiah Duncan, guys. Jeremiah Duncan, one cool dude, man. He actually, I didn't even go into the stories behind. Well, I'll go back to my camera here. I didn't even go into the whole thing about he shared a room with me out in LA during the World Meet. Had no idea what he got himself into, and I've mentioned it before that when we were talking, you know, I think I mentioned it. Well, if you're a longtime listener of the podcast, oh boy, we're talking maybe episode 2 when I was talking about World Meet, and episode 1 talking about Jeremiah and how patient he was, because being my roommate and asking me what were all those noises that I was making while I was trying to sleep. He referred to them as the sounds of death. So, an incredibly patient man to be my roommate out in LA, but never fear, no longer a problem, because I've since got a CPAP machine, and it makes all the difference in the world now. I can sleep peacefully and very soundly. So I'm very excited about that. Now I get sleep and I don't fall asleep during the day as often. That was always a very weird thing. Jay's chiming in. Jay, Jeremiah makes great shirts. I've got 2 of them. Yes, you do. He does. BP, the Snorosaurus. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Whoops, I'm doing something crazy with my computer now. This is what happens when we go live from an on-location situation. I'm not used to doing things and pushing buttons at the certain time when I normally would, and the buttons that I normally push aren't in the exact same place where they're supposed to be. So yeah, sometimes things happen, and hopefully. All right, you guys are being great tonight. I can't say thank you enough to all of you guys for hanging out with me, chilling out. You know what I'm going to do for a second here? I'll give you guys a quick rundown of what I'm looking at here. Nobody here, I don't know if this is going to go over well or not, but I'm going to hold up the other camera, the camera 2, and flash it around and let you guys see what I'm staring at, because let you guys see a little bit of what Chasers looks like here. And we'll see. We're going to go to camera 2 now. Now we're on mobile, look out. So we are upstairs, and as we scroll around the outside, there's the bar, there's the outside, there's a big garage window. Jeremiah, if you're familiar with Colin from DV, Tennessee. And we're scrolling around. They do let kids here. We're going to focus. There it is. All right. Thumbs up, everybody. Yeah. It's a nice little place. They're treating us very well. And, yeah, apparently the camera does not like to spin around like this in this setting, because it will out of focus itself. Defocus. I don't know what the term would be there for that. But, yeah. So guys, I wish I had my judge here, so this could be really fun. And guess what? The band has started back up. This is what happens when you're live. The band decides to start playing again after a 15-minute break, I guess. And now we have a lot more noise than we had before. Well, the judge that I wanted to interview is a great, he's kind of one of these world-renowned competitor kind of guys that competes in all sorts of beer competitions. He's from Detroit, Michigan, and you know, it's I was really looking forward to being able to talk to him a little bit, because I wanted to ask him some questions about judging. And as a judge, he's been to so many competitions in his time. I wanted to be able to ask him what he looks for in people as a judge, because I thought that would be something very interesting to learn from him, especially for those of us who are competing in said competition tomorrow. But I don't know. You just want me to be quiet for a few seconds and you can listen to the rock and roll in the background? That'll work. It's the soundtrack, man. It's the soundtrack of the Bearded Villains Night here at Chasers. So this may be a short podcast. This may be a short live stream, guys, even though we got more people chiming in. I love this. We got more viewers. Sadly, this mess of a live stream right now. We have more viewers right now than we typically have it for any one long period of time than the normal circumstances. So when I'm down in the studio, we usually have a few fewer than this. So maybe I need to go live to other locations on a more frequent basis. Because you guys decide to tune in. I don't know. And I've got a nice fancy wall behind me. Okay, I gotta bring you in with this comment. Rob says, have they got anything more suitable to the British ear? Spoons on the knee, pub piano, squeeze books. I don't know that they're doing requests from upstairs, and I'm not sure that they would listen to me if I could. I don't think that this particular band brought spoons with them. And I did not see a pub piano, so I don't see that as a viable option. But yeah, the music's good though. JJ's in the house. Got to wave at JJ from Beardville, Southern Indiana. This is a fun night, guys. I feel like I feel this is weird because I feel. Jay's with the comments all the time. You know, it's funny. I feel a little bit like I'm like doing a New Year's Eve broadcast here with the music chiming in occasionally. I feel like I'm New Year's Eve here and I'm doing some live from Times Square type of a thing where I'm just people milling about. Eventually somebody may come around that I could talk to and get some interviews from. I don't know. People are just milling about. I'm trying to look around to see who's out and about that might have the guts, because there's a lot of people that don't want to come on camera. And this is just a lot of fun for me. But there's a lot of people that don't want to do this. So, as we're sitting here talking, Jay, you're a part of the party, buddy. You are. You may be a few hundred miles away, or longer, or further. Longer? Further. Longer would not be correct. You're further away. I see somebody in the distance that is a character himself, and he would be a very fun person to bring in. Very colorful character. He's walking around carrying the Tennessee flag right now. And we'll see if I can bring him over. Talk to the guy in the kilt. He's on his phone. He's from West Virginia, I believe. And he's chatting with somebody on his telefono. There's my Spanish for the night, guys. That's right, Ken. It's a party here. It's a party in the house. So right now, I would give you a lowdown on what's going on, but there's really just people milling about. And if I can get... See, this to me feels very unorganized. and it bothers me. Will's in the house. Hey, Will, you want to come over and talk for a bit? Come on, man.
Wait, can I have a beer on that?
Yeah. Put the headphones on. All right, guys. I'm bringing in Will. Will, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Come right up on that microphone.
All right, I'll get right up on
There we go. This is Will.
Yo, what's up, people?
Will from Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
Living the dream.
Oh, this is so good. This is so good to hear, man. This is awesome.
This setup that you got is kicking.
It's a little janky, but it's working. I had no idea there was gonna be a live band here tonight.
I mean, it's cool though. You got it in the background. I mean, can I hear you good on the show?
They're saying they can. They're commenting and saying that they can still hear me okay.
Hey man, if they got you hearing you, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, I had to pivot a few things, but man, this is funny. I was hoping to talk to one of the judges, but he's not here right now, the one I was hoping for, because I was going to ask him about judging and stuff.
Yeah.
But now I'm just flying off the cuff, pulling people in for interviews, and I think it's kind of crazy, but everybody online seems to be liking it, so.
Dude, this is awesome. Like when you were talking about it the other night, like this is so cool.
This is just what I hoped it would be, you know? But what's up, buddy? How you doing? So tell the listeners and the viewers a little bit about Will, the colorful character that is Will.
Oh man, so
You've been around for BV for how long?
January of 19.
Okay.
I reached out middle of January of 19, and it's been go, go, go ever since, nonstop.
Yeah, you have been.
Like, it's like I was telling you the other night, you know, I bought my car in May of 19, and it had 12,000 miles on it. I'm at almost 90,000 today.
See, this is insane. Think about this, guys, for a second. I want everybody to think about that. You had how many miles on your car when you started BV?
Well, it wasn't when I started. When I got it, it was 12,000.
Right. When you got your car, okay.
Yeah, 12,000 miles.
And in the time frame that you have been on with BV since that car,
I'm almost 90. I'm in like 89, 476, I think, when I parked.
okay, I'm going to switch over to this camera and talk for a second, because this dude is amazing. He travels everywhere by car. He goes distances that people get on planes to go. He says, to hell with that, I want to do a road trip. I want to go have some fun with it. And he travels all over the place for these things. It's so cool to see. And normally he is sporting a kilt,
That'll be tomorrow night.
but he saves it for the big night.
Yeah, that's the big night.
Are you wearing different socks tonight too?
Oh yeah, tonight I got my cape so I can run real fast.
I wish, well, let me see it. I'm not sure if the camera will look, if I can frame it down.
I can hike it up this far. I got the capes on my feet there.
There you go.
That's so I can run real fast to give hugs.
He is a man that loves the hugs. And yeah, he runs fast. And those socks are awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
You will rarely find Will wearing two socks of the same extension. They're usually different.
I mean, I like to try and match them, but sometimes I just grab when I grab, you know?
It's great, man. I love it. You can always find where Will is. You don't even need to see the head. You just need to see, like, from the waist down, looking across the room, you're like, there's Will. I can see him. He's got the kill. I can see it. And he's usually carrying the flag.
This right here, this 3-star villains flag, I got a rep everywhere I go, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere.
That thing's like attached to you. I don't know that I've been to an event, but you haven't had that.
Before I got the chapter flag, it was a state flag that was passed on to me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So are you the bearer of the flag? Or are you the one that's responsible for said flag?
No. I'm just one of them that lucked out and got one that had been made. Bought it off of a brother who was taking a little bit of a hiatus. And he's like, you go everywhere and you want to pay pay what I paid for it. And I'm like, absolutely. And I show up, he's like, you know what? I'm just giving it to you. I'm like, no.
Oh, wow.
He's like, yeah, you deserve this more, like, so much. Take it. I'm like, yeah. So ever since that day, if I get in my car, it doesn't matter if I'm just going somewhere for a weekend to meet up and have dinner. If I drive down to North Mississippi, have dinner with those guys, I bring my flag with me. If I get in my car, my flag goes with me.
That's so cool, though, man. I love that. This dude, I'm telling you, anybody, those of you, let's see, let me look real quick and see. I'll bring you back to camera one so he can pick his nose if he needs to or anything like that while he's off camera. I'm going to scroll through here. We've got some people in Canada, all over the States, but we've got some brothers in Canada and the UK. You guys need to come down here and find this man. He has quickly become a legend in his own time. You need to come see Will, man. Such a good dude, and he lives for BV in such a way that, you know, we don't have too many guys that live completely for BV in the way that he does. So, mad props to you, man. I don't want to take too much of your time up. I know you're just having a fun time milling about, man. Tell us one thing before get you back on camera here. Before I let you go, what is one of the most amazing things that you have witnessed yourself in all the miles that you put on for BV? And that's just on the spot. You didn't know I was going to ask that question.
There's been the auctions that we do, great. You know, we all see those going through. Being able to show up for, you know, a brother just needed someone, hey, I'm going to come hang out with you. Seeing people make those trips. Excuse me. For me personally, I've had two just over-the-top, unforgettable events. Back in January of this year, a friend of mine, my mentor from when I was in the Marine Corps, my mentor lost his son. And I didn't think I was going to have the money to make it to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina to go out and visit him and, you know, pay my respects to him. I hit up the Brothers of Eastern North Carolina, and within like 2 hours, I had dudes saying, tell me exactly what you want, give me all the details. I will be there with flowers on your behalf to pass on your condolences. These are guys I've never met. You know, I think I met Silver Fox one time, right? I met Silver Fox, Ducky, Rubber Duck. Was it Rubber Duck? No, it's Mud Duck. My bad, Rubber.
That's okay.
Yeah, one of you duck dudes. But there have been a couple of those you guys that I met, and then I get this message like, yeah, we got guys, we're going to drive down. You know, we got a dude who's about an hour and a half out. He's going to go down, pay respects. You cover it when you can cover it. We know how it is on money. I ended up having the money to make the trip, and they put the East North Carolina bros put me up. So I had a free place to stay when I got down there. So I didn't have to worry about covering expenses for a hotel. So that right, I mean, these are dudes like, come into my house. I know I've talked to you for like 2 hours. It was Animal, NPC Animal or Animal NPC on IG. Sorry, bro, if I got that whichever way it goes flip-flop. But yeah, he put me up in his house. Him and Silver Fox both just hosted me like, you know, they know me their whole lives. Come stay at our house, you're good. So that was one of the biggest things for me. And then following that was when I did the polar plunge up here with Southern Indiana back in February. And we, Papa talked about it not too long ago.
Yeah.
When we carried the young lady down, who was a virtual plunger, when we picked her up in her wheelchair and we carried her down, when I picked her up and she realized what was going on, you know, I looked at Scott and I was overwhelmed. I choked up, teary-eyed in it like an instant. And that right there really showed me BV's out here doing stuff. People are going to see this. People are going to know that we're doing stuff for the community. And then, like I said, I had been shown what BV's going to do for a brother. Like, that was a lot of stuff to go down in a month's time span. So, it's everything, man. You get you get out of it what you put into it.
So cool, so cool. And I love that story because you've just given perfect examples of how far-reaching this brotherhood is and how amazing it can be, that it doesn't matter if you've ever personally met somebody in person. You're a brother, and it doesn't matter where you're from. And guys routinely will bend over backwards to help a brother in need out, man.
Daily is unconditional love.
Absolutely incredible, buddy. Well, man, I'll let you go. Have a great night, and I'll hook up with you later after I get off the air here.
All right, well, I'm gonna do this real quick.
Yep.
That's my gift patch. That's the hood rat patch, because we do some hood rat stuff.
Look at this. Damn, bro. Appreciate that. Is this even numbered?
Yes, sir.
These are limited. Damn.
That's for the bros that I've been around. We've done stuff. I mean, a year ago you picked me up here.
Yes.
I'm staying at the same hotel even.
And I'm staying at this here too. Yeah. That's
yeah,
so
brother.
funny, yeah. First time. Oh man, I forgot that it had been a year. It's been a year now.
Yes, sir.
Since I got to finally meet you. That's awesome, buddy. Well, thanks so much. Get out there and have some fun.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you
brother.
soon. Yeah. Guys, damn. That is amazing. And so cool. So cool. I'm so excited because the stories that the story he told there is the same thing as the stories that we hear time and time again around the world. Guys reaching out to other brothers, and it's endless. It's endless. There's no end to what our brothers will do for each other. And like I've said before, it doesn't matter if they've known you before or anything. So, such an amazing thing. And he's out here right now. Will just walked away, and people are jumping to try and get pictures with him. Let's show you. Everybody wants to get pictures, you know. Get the Tennessee flag in there and get pictures of Will. It's so true. It's awesome to think that it was 1 year ago to this year. I don't know about the day, but it was 1 year ago for this event that I actually got to finally meet Will in person. And it was he reached out on our line chat and said, "Hey, I need to go to this event, but I don't have a ride yet. Does anybody, I'm here at the hotel. Does anybody? I want to go there early." And I was like, "Hey, I'm going. Let's go." So I swung by, pick him up, shook his hand, gave him a hug, and then we're off to the event. It was the first time I ever met him. And been one hell of a solid dude ever since. He lives this brotherhood, and he's rolling around right now, greeting everybody. People happy to finally see him. He's one of those guys that just genuinely puts a smile on your face the second you see him. So I was so happy to finally get a hold of him. I was happy that he actually came through and was able to, so I was able to talk to him, because this guy, I'm telling you, you got to come to Tennessee. Come here to the Midwest. If you're anywhere in the Midwest or anywhere near the Midwest during an event, I'm telling you what, you're gonna find a way to see this guy. Jay, brotherly love. We're big, we're tatted, we're bearded, we are good dudes. We are, man. We've got them everywhere. And I can't wait until this COVID thing stops so that we can open these borders back up and I can come over and hang out with you boys up north. That's one of the first things I'm going to do as soon as these borders open back up, man. I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. Pero, I love that. I'm going to bring that in. BV pulled me out of a dark place in my life. Will was actually my scout. All right. I love that. That's great. Can't get more positive than that, BV for life. This is so true. Perfect example. Absolutely. Speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. And the girls. And the girls dress the same. That's right. I am absolutely shocked that you guys can still hear me okay, because even with my headphones on, I can hear that band downstairs like I'm standing on the stage with them. So it must be the power of the microphones or the power of the board that I'm using. I don't know. So, well, guys, you betcha. You betcha. Guys, I'll tell you what. It is 8:30 almost, and even though I started late, you guys have been here, you guys have tuned in. I can't say thank you guys enough. I don't know what else I can do, what else I can say. I could try and be pulling people in here all night to try and talk to people. Instead, I think what I'm going to do is take advantage of some time to chill out with some of these guys after I pack up all this gear. And I'm going to be sharing some interviews. I'm going to be sharing some videos, some footage after this event is done, because I'm going to try to be kind of our roving reporter for the Heart of a Villain podcast. I want to try to walk around and talk to people, find out what BV means to them, and find out, why they're here, what the whole story is about their journey, and talk to some people that I normally may not normally talk to. So that's the hope anyway. You know what, Jay, I will go ahead and because I did plan something out for that. Here we go, Jay. This was just for Jay because he just reminded me. I will bring this in. If you are looking for an all-natural beard oil that will not only tame your beard and coarse hairs, but make your beard soft and smell amazing, check out Pulpo Beard Oils. Veteran-owned and made for today's beards, Pulpo beard products combine the best beard ingredients on the market with incredible customer service to ensure your happiness. Whether you need beard wash, beard oil, beard balm, or some fun clothing, Pulpo is the place to go. Feel fresh, feel savage, feel confident with Pulpo Beard Oils. Go to Pulpo Beard Oils, that's Pulpo beardoils.com, and use the code The Heart of a Villain for a discount on your order. All right, guys. So there we go. We got a little bit of a sponsorship lead in there. So that was something we needed to take care of, at least so I could say that anybody that needs any beard products, there's so many brothers out there that have beard companies. I would love to be able to promote each and every one of them at some point. That's my hope anyway. But, you know, for the time being, I've got what I've got. So that's what I'm going to go with. Real quick, I just want to remind everybody that is listening, if you are watching, you can do what I'm doing about any topic that you're interested in. I always liked, ever since I became at least an affiliate for this company because of the system that I use, I want to share it. I want to tell people about it because there are people out there that want to do live streaming that should be doing live streaming. And whether you think the world will listen to you or not, get out there and have some fun. Talk about what interests you because I'm telling you there's an audience for you. So I'm just going to share this and we'll take it from there. Hey, everybody. Take a quick second out to tell you about an amazing program that I use to record all of my interviews and my live streams. I'm talking about Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live is a comprehensive program that makes going live very easy on a variety of platforms. And while Ecamm Live has a bunch of very advanced features to make your live streams look amazing and professional, they've also made it very easy to use. All you need is a Mac device. Ecamm Live integrates seamlessly with other pieces of gear to make your live streams even that much more fun and professional. You will be amazed at just how easy it is to get up and running and going live with Ecamm Live. Follow the affiliate link in the description and start your free 2 weeks of Ecamm Live to try. I know you'll love it like I do. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. This is just a fun night, guys. Seeing brothers that I haven't seen in a year. In some cases, brothers that I haven't seen for well over a year. This is just amazing. I wish you guys were here to sense, to feel this energy of the people, the happiness, the pure joy that's coming out of some of these people as they walk around and see people that they themselves have not seen in so long as well. You guys know, you guys have been there, you guys have seen it at events that you go to. Also, guys, while I'm here, there are some people on here that are not regular viewers to this live stream. There are people here, some people here that are not regular viewers or podcast listeners. So let me share this real quick. You can find everything you need, Heart of a Villain merchandise or podcasts or whatever else related at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. Theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. That's where you can find every one of the other 50 episodes of this podcast, as well as a store link for merch, shirts, patches, pins, all the good stuff there at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. Guys, I appreciate you guys for being here. I wish I had some other fun and exciting information for you tonight. Some, kind of breaking news or anything like that, but I have none. I have zero. I don't have anything else to give you. I'm just here having a good time. Courtney's in the house, a new viewer. New BV supporter. What's up, bros? New BV supporter here. Wish my state was closer to the others, like the East Coast. Courtney, where are you from, buddy? Where are you from? Give a shout out. Who you're supporting? Guys, this is just, I keep saying it, this is a fun night. And I'm coming up on an hour. I've surpassed an hour now. This has not turned out nearly as badly as I thought it could potentially be. I will say that. I don't have a fancy thing to bring up, but I will say this. Those of you who are watching live right now on YouTube, do me a favor if you're not already on there. Hit the subscribe button, click the like button, and get over and hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified. Coming up soon, I'm going to be putting out another series, some other videos outside of just the live streams. As COVID is starting to let us loosen up a little bit and let us get around and come to these events, I'm going to be out there, and there's the band again. I'm going to be out there doing some of these other videos, some of the other video segments that I've wanted to do that COVID kind of prevented me from doing. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that, but I want to share that with you guys. I want you guys to be able to see it as soon as it comes out. And the only way that happens is if you get the alert that you link when you click on that thing that says subscribe to this YouTube channel. Then you will be notified as soon as the videos get uploaded. You'll be notified. You can come out and hang out and have some good times. Otherwise, like I said, theheartofthevillain.simplecast.com is where all the good stuff is. One last time, I'll remind you, I'm BP from Bearded Villains of Indiana and the host of The Heart of a Villain. Guys, I hate to say it. I think it's that time. I think it's about that time. So, guys, I don't have a calendar of events set up right now. All I can tell you is that some things are happening. I'll have more information on some other things coming up. Really, this was the last of the main events that I had on the calendar right now. I'll double check and triple check. If you know of an event that is coming up in the world of BV, please reach out to me and let me know about it. I want to be able to get it on the podcast and to share it with everybody. So if you have something going on, absolutely hit me up and let me know what is going on. So guys, you can't hear it, but I'm playing the song. That's going to wrap up episode 51 of The Heart of a Villain. Just a reminder, you can buy shirts, patches, pins, and all the good stuff at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. I want to remind you guys, get out there and be the villain that the world needs you to be, because the heart of a villain never stops beating. And finally, guys, as I always say, it's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. So for now, guys, take care. Have a great night. Enjoy the week ahead. Take care and stay safe. BP's out.
From my chapter to yours, we're all one, no borders. Don't get it twisted like contortionists in close quarters. My crew has more heads than peeps cleaning up on borders. When Blah, Jelly, and I, we come together, transformers. So when we meet up, handshakes, brews, and salutes. Every brother is different, fingerprints and attributes. One thing in common with the bearded up institute. Worldwide, we ain't the shot down.